Um, but otherwise, they're very supportive.
What kind of men do you like? What kind of men are you interested in?
Ah, I'm quite open-minded. Um, but to say that much, ah, most likely the average guy. Geeks. I love geeks. I can't help myself.
Oh, the bookworm type.
Yes.
Oh, what do you like about them?
To be honest, they're not. They're very humble. They're very nice. They don't overwhelm themselves. I know most of the sexy ass guys, big muscles and stuff, they overwhelm themselves a little bit too much, and sometimes it could become more about them, than me. If geeks here did do understand, you know, in terms of, just being understandable. It's about them and also you. That's the idea I look at in men.
So, um, do you like black men?
Oh yes.
Oh, oh.
Come on.
Coming from the islands, you've got to like black men.
You said that 10 inches and 11 inches
Oh.
only comes in black
Mm.
shoes.
Yeah, oh shoot. Oh. But I won't say I've had a few black guys in my day, and oh yes. Um, but what do you think the difference is between the way black men treat you as a trans woman and how the nerdy, geeky guys you like treat you as a trans woman?
I actually just had this thought this evening. In terms of saying that, me and my sisters, but I can say I'm a very secure woman, very independent. I'm very strong,
Mm-hmm.
and in terms of other guys challenging against me in terms like sexy guys not geeky or whatever, I think they're lack the understanding. They like control. They like to tell when I'm there, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Be there. So in terms of saying that, you know I I respect a man that have respect 50-50 and not 80-20. In terms of
Okay.
saying that,
Mm-hmm.
with geeks, they do understand that your time is precious,
Mm-hmm.
and they respect you more in terms like they bring you meals, they bring you something to drink, they overstep their boundaries and thinking for you most likely, and they think it's really cute.
All right. Now, I want to step right into something that is more personal to you.
Yeah.
Now, we discussed this earlier in just a em- um, just pre-chatting and before. The When you first came to Toronto, what did you do for work?
To be honest, when I first came to Toronto, I volunteer at Black Cap. Um, I did a couple of volunteers for 590, just to get into the community.
Mm-hmm.
However, in terms of finding work, it was kind of hard. Being trans, I think a lot of people will misunderstand me because, you know, back in the days it was kind of hard for gay people,
Mm-hmm.
and we come so far in upgrading, which is very great. And gay people could go and get any kind of job anywhere in this, in Canada. But I think for trans, it's about keeping up appearances.
Mm-hmm.
If this person always look, as fishy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
With the co-workers, if the co-workers don't, pass off in any offense, the customers. So when a owner of a business trying to hire a trans woman, it
Mm-hmm.
can be more difficult to find work for trans people, especially for some trans that don't have the education.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying for myself, but I'm just saying in terms speaking of other trans that who want to speak to me or wants, look at me as a very inspiring person,
Mm-hmm.
and they were very open of speaking to me and letting me know some of these things that which I even did say for myself. Um, I have applied for a number of places as a trans woman, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that successful, to be honest to you.
Okay. What was the first, and like you said, you applied for the job, and did you get the interview, or did you get resistance right from when you got the application? Or how did it work? Did you do it online, or were you just showing up in person?
I showed up in person a few times. In person, I had not really the trouble. I did have a few people who was honest to me. In terms of, you know, I mean, I don't want to call it big companies, but in terms of like they have person told me like, is are you normally keeping up this appearance? Do you normally live your life as this person? How my anger management is, you know, in terms like if so they tell me like for me to be hired is
Hmm.
more of, you know, a risk than hiring, you know, a normal person or a gay person. I had actually two people that was that honest to me and let me know, well, you may not be hired because, you know, we don't know who you are and if you can keep up who you are.
That makes sense, though, to
Yeah,
a worker, I mean, to a manager or to a company that is
yeah,
serious about their image, because
yeah.
their employees is a representation of their image.
That is
Now, when you first, when you said normal, hiring you as a normal person, don't that you didn't explain to them that this is the way you are and you feel normal and this is how you should be treated. As I understand, it's easier said than done.
done.
But
Yes.
when I think if you walk into a job confident enough,
Yeah.
um, you can get some sort of attention from the boss if they feel like you are serious. Now, sometimes as trans people,
Yeah.
I know sometimes we can um, we have the we don't go into the job looking. I think that's a distraction for me.
What?
The phone,
Yeah.
the phone beeping.
Can you
So should
pause?
we? Can we pause